Welcome to this Qigong routine for the 8 brocades. To begin, step the feet hips width distance apart. Then place one hand over the other, just below the navel on the lower abdomen. And begin by taking a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And feel the feet on the earth and a bend in your knees. And then gently begin to release the hands and arms down to your sides. And we'll begin the first brocade. To start, the palms come up your center line. Interlace the fingertips at the forehead. Flip the palms and press them to the sky. As you exhale, the hands and arms float down back to your sides. This repeats. Inhale, the hands come up the center line. Interlace the fingertips and press the palms up. Exhale, the hands and arms float back down to the earth. Continue this a few more rounds. So this movement is known as 2 hands support the heavens to balance the triple heater. The triple heater is the thermostat of the body. It helps to regulate temperature so that no one organ system is burning too hot and another isn't too cold. The triple heater is also associated with our interactions with others. When in balance, the triple heater helps us to behave in appropriate ways according to each situation. Helps us to know when to listen or speak, and to not be too forward or too reserved. And this movement helps us to relieve tension in the arms, the hands, and the upper back, helping us to bring more ease into the body. And now float the hands down this last time. And then release the hands by the sides. And now slowly gather the chi from this movement in your hands. And circle the hands up and in front of the body, gathering any remnants of stress or imbalance, any excess heat or coolness. And let them gently dissolve from your form as you let your hands settle down to the earth. And now we'll begin the second brocade. For this flow, the feet are hips width distance apart once again. Now position the left palm facing down at the level of your mid-abdomen, while the right hand comes up by your face. Inhale here, and as you exhale, press the palms in opposite directions, one to the sky, the other to the earth. Now bring the hands back towards the center of the body. Spiral the palms in towards the chest. And now press the left hand to the sky and the right hand down by your side. That's one full round. Now we'll begin to integrate the breath. So the next time that the hands come back through center, inhale, slight bend into your knees. Exhale, press the palms in opposite directions. Inhale, coming back through the center. Exhale and press. We'll do this a few more rounds. And this movement is called raising the hands to condition the stomach and spleen. When the stomach and spleen are in balance and operating effectively, we feel nurtured and we also feel nurturing towards others. We feel a sense of stability and groundedness. And this movement's also connected to our sense of belonging. When the stomach and spleen are not in balance, we may tend towards worry, overthinking, and overanalyzing. And we may feel a sense of instability and ungroundedness. And now we'll move into the last round of this brocade. Press the left palm up, right palm down, and then on an exhale, gently lower the left hand down to your sides. Now begin to gather with the hands any worry, tendencies to overanalyze, and begin to clear out whatever is ready to clear. And fill your form with groundedness, inner stability, and a sense of belonging. For this next brocade, begin by stepping the feet out wide towards a horse stance. And the feet can be angled at a 45-degree. And then begin to bend into the knees, sink the tailbone, just to explore what your healthy edge is in horse stance today. Then slowly rise up and bring soft fists up in front of the chest. Roll the backs of the fists in together. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, sink into the knees. Draw your right elbow back by your ear and extend the left hand out, making an L with the thumb and index finger. As you inhale, straighten the legs. Wrists and forearms cross but don't touch. Exhale, sink into the knees, and this time pull the left elbow back. Extend the right arm. Inhale, return to center as you straighten the legs. This movement is called drawing the bow to shoot the golden eagle. It also has the name pulling the bow and letting the arrow fly. This movement is meant to balance the wood element, especially in the springtime. In Qigong, the wood element is associated with clear vision, direction, and feeling clarity about your purpose. As you're pulling the bow and extending the arm, you could focus on that index finger to help you to develop and cultivate clear vision and focus. This movement is also wonderful for balancing the lungs, the heart, and the liver. When liver qi is in balance and flowing with vitality, we feel a sense that we know where we're headed. There's a confidence and a presence so that we're ready to execute and take action. Now, when the wood qi and our liver are not in balance, we can feel hesitant, frustration, and unclear about the path forward. And we'll move into our last round here on each side, using the breath and this movement to cultivate clarity, direction, and purpose. And on the inhale, rise up. Bring the soft fist in to the chest. And then gently step the feet in to a comfortable distance and release the hands to your sides. Now slowly gather a sense of clarity, inspiration, and a feeling of confidence and purpose as you move forward and expand. For this next brocade, step the feet in about hips width distance apart with the arms at the sides. And then rotate the hands so that the palms face behind you. Take an in-breath here. And then rotate the palms to face forward as you turn the head and neck to the left. On the inhale, rotate the palms back in as the head and neck come through the center. Then spiral the palms to face front. And this time turn the head and neck to the right. Inhale and rotate back to the center. And this continues. So using that exhale gives you the twist in the spine and the neck. Inhale, bend slightly into the knees, and then exhale to the right. And this movement is called looking behind to eliminate the 5 fatigues and 7 illnesses. Another name I'm familiar with is Wise Owl Turns His Head to eliminate fatigue. This movement is very effective for releasing tension in the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. In traditional Chinese medicine, this movement relates to the wood element and spring. The wood element is associated with strengthening the tendons, the ligaments, and our joints. And so when these are healthy, they support mobility, and they give us a strong framework from which to move in the world. When wood qi is strong, it promotes suppleness in the body, as well as rootedness and stability. Healthy wood qi is easily nourished, and so we can eliminate fatigue and tendencies towards stress-related illnesses. The last round, we come back to the center. Step the feet a comfortable distance apart. And now circle the hands up, gathering any fatigue or stress-related ailments, and begin to clear them gently from your form, while filling with a sense of strength, suppleness, and inner stability. Now we'll move into the 5th brocade. So begin by stepping the feet out wide, moving towards that horse stance. The feet at a 45-degree angle. Then sink into the knees, sink the tailbone with the hands on the thighs. On an inhale, look to the left. As you exhale, drop the chest towards your leg. Sweep the chest across the earth. Then inhale, rising up, gazing to the right. Exhale, knees are still bent as you drop the chest towards the thigh. Sweep across, and then inhale up, looking to the left. And we'll continue this a few more rounds, using the exhale to move down and across, and using the inhale to rise up. The name of this movement is swing the head and wag the tail to calm heart fire. And heart fire refers to both the physical and the emotional heart in Qigong. When heart fire is burning too hot, we can feel agitated, overstimulated, like we have too many things going on, and maybe even desire to shut ourselves off from others. And when heart fire is burning too weakly, then we can feel disconnected from others. We may feel a lack of enthusiasm and even some cold, standoffish energy. So we can use this flow to balance our heart fire. And when heart fire is in balance, we feel spacious. We feel a cool and calm mind. And compassion, love, and enthusiasm can flow through us much more freely. And as we drop the chest down, we move to our last round, sweeping across. And then inhale up, looking to the right. And then rotate back to the center. Gently step the feet back in, hips width distance apart. And then use the hands to gather the qualities of steady, harmonious heart fire, filling your form with love, enthusiasm for life, and nourishing connections with others. And let the hands come down to your sides. And now we'll flow into the sixth brocade. To begin, the hands start at the lower back in the kidney area. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend into the knees and smooth the hands down the backs of the legs, going as far as is comfortable. The hands can come over the feet and smooth them up the insides of the legs. Then the hands float off of the body, come up over the head, gaze up if it's comfortable. And on the exhale, the hands and arms float down in front of the body. Inhale, hands come behind to the lower back. Exhale, smooth the hands down the legs. If you can reach, they might go over the feet. And then inhale up. Hands float off the body. Inhale, lift them over the head, gaze up. And exhale, drawing the hands down. This movement is called two hands climb the legs to strengthen the kidneys. As the hands move down the backs of the legs, this is your urinary bladder meridian. And as they come up the insides, you're tracing the kidney meridian. And the kidneys regulate the way that we use energy throughout a given moment in the day. And the kidneys are associated with the water element. When water is out of balance, we can feel murky or a sense of inner turmoil or even fear. And these kinds of emotions drain our energy. We feel fatigued. However, when water is in balance, we feel a sense of vitality. We're able to restore our deep energy reserves, feel replenished and nourished. And this is when we feel a deep state of inner stillness and calm, the sense that all is well. And from this place, we can access insights, wisdom, and our deepest truths. And so, using this movement, we can guide the chi down the legs, clearing the meridians, dissolving any blockages or cold energy, and fortify our whole constitution as well as spirit. And then exhaling, draw the hands down one last time and let them release softly by your sides. And then circle the palms coming up in front of the body, gathering the qualities of nourishment, vitality, inner stillness, and tranquility, and fill them in to your form as the hands release to your sides. And for the seventh brocade, begin by stepping the feet out wider than the shoulders. We call this a bow stance. And the feet are roughly pointing straight ahead. Now bring soft fists to the waist. And on an exhale, sink into the knees and punch with your left hand. Rotate the wrist up, come back to the waist, bend to the knees and punch with your right hand. Bring the palm back to the center and punch with the left. Now use the inhale to straighten the legs and the exhale to sink into the knees. Tailbone sinks to the earth. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, punch with the left fist. And this movement is called punching fists with an angry gaze to strengthen the arms. This is a really great practice for the liver. And the liver is where we can hold anger. Now, anger can be destructive, especially when it gets stuck in us and amplifies. But when our liver chi is healthy and flowing, anger can flow as well. And when anger can flow, we tap into our ability to transform anger into constructive action. And when we do this, we're able to redirect a very unhelpful emotion, potentially, and put that energy towards a clear focus. One last time, punching with that right fist, focused gaze, and then come back up to the center. Release the hands down to your sides and step the feet in. And begin to gather with the hands any feelings of anger and begin to transform this anger into an intention for constructive and beneficial action. And then release the hands down to your sides. And we'll move into the eighth and final brocade. Step the feet in to hips width distance apart. The arms can hang by the sides. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, roll the chin to the chest. And let the spine roll forward as the arms hang, bend into the knees, as far down as is comfortable. As you inhale, begin unrolling the spine, one vertebra at a time. Come up through the center and then arch into a mild back bend. Inhale, rise up to stand. And then option to come up on the balls of the feet and then drop the heels down. And then exhale, roll the chin to the chest. And roll the spine all the way down as far as is comfortable. Bend into the knees. And inhale, rising up, unrolling like a fern. And then a gentle back bend, open the chest. And then rise up on an inhale. Come up on the balls of the feet and drop the heels down. A little shake in the knees there. And we'll continue this a few more rounds. And this final brocade is called Shaking the Back 7 Times to Cure the 100 Illnesses. This movement promotes blood circulation. It strengthens and nourishes the bones, especially when the heels come down to the earth. And it's also useful for aiding in the recovery of fatigue. So it supports and strengthens the urinary bladder lines and the kidney meridians. And as we strengthen vitality, it's said to boost our immune system, which is also associated with our lungs and lung health. When we have a robust immune system, we're able to rely on the natural healing wisdom of the body to filter out whatever is unhelpful and foreign to the well-being of our physical and emotional self. So we'll move through this movement a total of 7 times. The other movements we just did 6 times. And shaking the back to eliminate the 100 illnesses is said to be a balancing movement to help balance and settle the chi from the preceding 7 brocades of the entire 8 brocades sequence. And so you could think about what it's like to sift the hulls off of rice. We see this in Asia, in many cultures. And how the rice settles down to the basket while the hulls just get gently blown away in the breeze. And in the same way, the healthy and balanced and fortified chi that you cultivate through this practice can settle down deeply into your core. And then come up on the toes the last time. Settle down. And then we'll end this brocade by slowly circling the palms of the hands all the way up this time over the head, gathering up any of the 100 illnesses and gently clearing them from your form while nourishing and strengthening the blood and bones of your being. As the hands come down to the sides. And then gently bring one hand over the other at the lower dantian, just below the navel. And take a few deep breaths. Notice how you feel.